Okay, here's everything that we got that's, I think, useful out of the TV. So these are obviously primarily the best things you want to get. You can just see how much gold is on each one. And we got 4 of them. So all 4 of them have all those little, they call them gold fingers. I still have a lot to learn about electronics, but I know that there's a lot of good useful stuff in this. I'm not really sure if like this stuff here is gold plated, because that's where like I saw a screw, and I don't know why a screw that's kind of just mounting it to the TV would be gold plated, but it looks like it. So I guess you don't really know. And you can see there's a lot of like gold plated little dots on there. You can see like some longer fingers right there. So there definitely is some gold plate on here, and I know some of these chips and stuff have gold in them. From what I've seen, they're not really useful processing this small, but maybe this bigger one is. And I know there's like a lot of inductors on here that contain silver, which I got to do some more research on. The main plate has a lot of copper. You can see copper in here, in these two. These 2 little transformers. There's some aluminum, like the heat sinks right here. And I know there's gonna be some brass and whatnot too, especially on like these pins here. Not really sure if there's much gold on this plate. I don't really see much. It looks like there might be a couple small little circles. I'm not really sure what that will contain. Giant aluminum heat sink here, and again, some of these pins are going to be brass. Might be some gold plated stuff in there, not too sure, but this will take some research time to figure out exactly what is in this. But I do plan on processing electronics at some point, especially if they contain gold or silver. The brass and aluminum and copper is obvious, but I don't know how much capacitor stuff I want to do, because apparently they can contain palladium, but I know they can also contain aluminum, and I guess I would need a way to differentiate that, and if it's even worth trying to separate. But who knows, maybe one of you guys in the comments can let me know at least where to find some good information at. So pretty good. I got another bigger TV to take apart, and maybe we'll put these side by side and see the difference. I almost forgot about these. These are some speakers that I got out of the TV, which definitely contain some copper, and they also have magnets. I don't know if I want to take these apart though, because they're perfectly intact and operable, so I might just save these. I don't know what I'll ever use them for, but you know, when you're a scrapper, you're also kind of a hoarder. Okay, well, I just got done with the second TV, so you can see all the parts for the first one all up here, and the speakers for the second one, aluminum heat sink. You can see a few more of those here. You can see there's a lot more of these tiny copper, I think they're like transformers or something. It looks like there's like some orange plating on it. It doesn't look like the shiny gold plating on the other ones, so I'm not sure what that is. Nothing on the back. Main board, you can see there's a lot of copper coils and some transformers, a lot of capacitors, a little bit of copper here, aluminum heat sinks, just a bunch of random stuff. I don't really see much gold plating on this guy either, but on the back it looks like there could potentially be some. Here's another main board. Again, probably get a lot of like brass and stuff from these connectors. Potentially some silver. There's a pretty big chip right here, probably has some gold in it. Looks like there's some gold plating on it. You can see a lot of the shiny little dots there. Not much, but every little bit adds up. I'm hoping to find more silver in this stuff. I'm not really sure which things contain silver. I know some switches sometimes do, but I don't know how hard it would be to get the silver out of there. I got this little chip right here. Looks like it has some gold on it. Another little board right here. There's some chips on here. Potentially a lot of like silver inductors, if those little things actually have silver on them, or if they're even worth getting. This thing right here looks like it had some gold plating inside. If I can take it out. Like on the back side here, that looks like gold. So I'm pretty sure that's gold, so that's why I left it stuck in here, so I know that it's still useful and not going with my other copper wires. And then the main show is the gold fingers. These are typically what you'll take out for all the gold, because you can just see how much is on them. There's a whole lot of gold plating. So get a few buckets of these and might be able to get a little button out of it. So these are all the electronics I got out of two televisions. The one was, I believe, a 60-inch or a 55-inch, and then the other one was like a 45 or a 50. So they're decent sized TVs, and you can see we get a lot of really good electronics from it. Please be sure to subscribe to the channel and like the video, and I'll see you guys on the next video.